Would you like to tell me how did the filming go this weekend?
How'd it go, Mr. H?
Well, Mr. P. It went surprisingly well. Like really, really well. Because I mean, I was worried first because it's obviously my directing debut as well, and so I was worried that because I've been on film sets before, obviously, and that things have gone wrong, things have just progressed to be really bad, and so time delays would make everything overrun. But this went surprisingly well. We were shocked at how early we finished each day. Everything just went really smoothly, and that's partly down to a certain DOP.
Well, I think it's down to the planning of the director, actually.
Oh, shucks.
Well, no, not to do that, but it's quite complicated because of the different numbers of people. There's 20 actors involved. Some of the scenes overlapped, so you need them to be at the same time, but not all the actors could make both days, or I don't think any of them could make both days. So you had one Saturday with a certain amount of actors, or 10, Sunday with the other 10, and the way how we organised it made it so we were not rushing too much between different rooms. We were sort of filming all in one room and then moving on, and with the people who had to be together, they were all together. So I think that's probably why we finished on time, and if we hadn't planned that, it would have gone wrong, but we did.
Great. How did you get involved with I Am an Actor project in the first place?
Well, that would be because of me.
Yeah, through Howy as well. I got involved.
That's what you get for being my best friend. You know, you get sucked into my life. My beloved came up to me and said, would you be able to write the script for the I'm an Actor event? So I said, sure, why not? She said, okay, it's got to be about 20 to 30 minutes long. I was like, okay, I can try that. But it's got to have 20 people. So I was like, 20 people, I can just about manage that, but each person has to have the same amount of screen time, to which I nearly threw out a window because I was just like, you're not asking too much of me. So that's where the idea of the schizophrenic came along, because I just thought, if I get all like different personalities coming in, then that'll be easy to weigh up the screen time and get 20 people in just to really work well together, and hopefully that's the end product that we'll get. And that's where I called upon Mr. P.
Yeah. That's how I got involved. Howie rang me and said, can you film something? And I said, when is it? And he said, is anything going to be here or there? And I said, yeah. And we talked it through. We did a little pre-production meeting, and then we did a sort of pre-production day where we went through the set and worked out where we were going to film where, and that's it. Great.
So what do you think about the actors? Did they deliver, especially you when you write
No.
Did they deliver how you thought they'd deliver?
No, they were terrible. No. I think we need to voice over the whole thing, really. No, they were fantastic. They came in, and lots of them were just so shocked at, in a way, them doing well, because they were waiting around while we were setting up shots, and then when they came in, they did 2 or 3 takes, and then we said, cool, we got it. And they were like, really? Is that it? And we were like, yeah, you've done it. And they were shocked in the way with themselves, but they just delivered what we needed. And because it was open to their own interpretation, I wasn't specifically looking for anything in particular as well. So every actor that we chose really brought themselves to it and did a fantastic job with it, including ourselves, you know, because I was in it as well.
I thought the best thing was that I think the actors were happy to do, you know, they were instantly on it. They'd wait around for us to set up the scene, which would take much longer than it would be to film it, you know, actually film the scene. And then they came along and we filmed them, and they went as Howie said, but they were happy to do. There's a couple of shots that were a bit more technical and took a few takes because I was making mistakes. Well, not mistakes, I don't make mistakes, but it wasn't as good as I thought it could be, and it wasn't down to their performance. It was to do with focus pulling and panning cameras and timing up people coming in and out of shot. And but they were happy to just do it again and again until I was happy, so I was happy from that point of view.
Great. You two have a company called PH Films.
You do?
So, well, what is this about?
Mr. P and Mr. H Films is a film company of films that we make. It's as simple as that. We come up with an idea for a project and film it.
Yeah, because we originally met in university, so it was good fun. And we met by circumstance by moving into a random flat, and he told me he was a director, and I said, oh, I'm an actor. So we started doing his films, and it was really good. And then since then, when we came to London, we decided just to keep doing projects, writing projects and together, and I just said, why don't we make this more official? Why don't we become PH Films? And so that's how it came about, and the name just sort of stuck, and it was cool.
So Schizophrenia and Me Enemy is your official first project?
First official PH film.
It is, yeah.
It's not the first film we've made, but it's the first film we've made, I think, properly.
That has the PH stamp on it.
Yeah, I think the others were, you know, they weren't. Some of them weren't so great. Some of them were steadily improving, but I think this one will blow the others out of the water from the quality of talent in it, the sort of time we took over it. We weren't rushing, setting up shots. We were going, this is going to look good, so that, you know, let's try and make it all look good. And
so now we want to obviously continue doing some more films under the PH name and things like that. So we're both going to get down to the writing and stuff like that. It'll be good fun. Yeah.
Okay. And overall, did you enjoy the whole weekend? A whole experience?
Very much. It's I think they always the hardest. The first shot's always the hardest. After then, you just start snowballing and you get into the groove. And the fact that it was an indoor shoot meant we didn't have to worry about the weather, which is always a massive plus. So it's a controlled environment, so we could just get on with it and didn't run behind schedule, which was nice. The only thing we had to skip out on was a decent. Well, we had to take lunch late yesterday, which was obviously a big problem. So we'll try and work on that. And we worked on that today, and we finished lunch at a roughly good lunch hour, so that was cool.
Yeah, I'm just ready to sleep, really. No, but I had an absolutely fantastic weekend. Because obviously it was my directing debut as well, going from actor to actor-director. It's just, I thought it was I was worried sick. I was worried it's just all going to come falling down on my shoulders and everything, but it just flew by, and had such a great time doing it. Really good fun.
One more question. How was it for you to direct and act at the same time? Was it more stressful?
Not really, because with the training of an actor behind me and being in films from an acting perspective, I knew what I could get from the actors, rather than being a director who doesn't know anything about acting, so doesn't know how they feel, what they're going through beforehand and stuff. I was able to just sit down with the actors, chat to them on the same level as them, and so it was just good I had the good ability to sort of transfer my skills in that sense to just, I don't know, sympathise with both sides of things. It was really good fun.
Well, thank you very much. Unless you want to add something more?
No. Well, thank you to I'm an Actor for getting us involved, basically, and best of luck with it all.
Thank you.